Today I want to talk about comparison, specifically in polyamory, and more specifically in the bedroom. So in monogamous relationships, it's just the two of you. And yes, you can compare to past lovers, but over time, I think you're just going to learn each other's bodies and maybe not think about comparing as much, depending on the situation. But in polyamory, you might have partners who, at the moment, have other sexual partners. And I feel like that can bring up more insecurities or thoughts of comparison, depending on how your brain works. Because mine's a little neurotic and it likes to worry about everything. And it's just mostly me working through those thoughts and trying to just bat them away. But my ex-nesting partner experienced the comparison thing too. So I'm not alone, apparently. Because when I first got with my new partner, my ex-partner was asking all sorts of questions like, how do we compare, like him and the new partner, and did I finish, and how did it go? And I was trying to figure out how to answer those questions in an honest way, but also in a way that would be good for his ego, I guess. Because I'm thinking those are hard questions to answer. And so I just said it was different, which it is. And for whatever reason, he took that as meaning bad. And I was thinking that's not the case at all. But if that's how you want to take it, then all power to you, I guess. And I've been recently feeling a little bit more insecure feelings with my new partner because I was just thinking, well, how do I compare? Is he having a good time? Because his partner has different things about her that could be better. And even though I know that I shouldn't think about these thoughts, they do come up sometimes because, like, I am the kind of person, like, the WAP song, that only applies to me if I've had a ton of foreplay. And so I feel a little self-conscious about that because I have a friend that's a slip and slide, and I've had other friends that talk about just being very abundant in a certain way. And I'm like, well, why am I not that way? I feel kind of bad about it. Like, it takes a lot to get there. And I'm like, well, does my metamor, like, does she have a WAP? I don't know. Might be. And then I have a harder time finishing. And I feel really self-conscious about that, which makes it way worse. Like, if you already have a hard time and then you're self-conscious about it, not great. So I'm like, oh, well, does she have an easier time? Because I always feel like that would be more fun for the other person if you finish quickly. And I've never felt that way about a partner. Like, if a partner doesn't finish easily, I'm never like, oh, I hate this. Like, I don't see it that way, so I don't know why I flip it. I think that's weird that I do that, but I do. And then my memoir also had like a certain procedure done that I would love to have done, but just time and money and healing and all this stuff. And so I'm like, oh, well, she's better in that way because there's, parts of me that, I lost weight and they're not how I want them to be. And I'm also bigger. I'm like taller and broader. And so I wonder, am I like a lumberjack compared to her? Because she's like, lovely and petite. And I'm just like, I'm like a pro wrestler coming on and like gonna do like a, I don't know. I'm like the Kool-Aid man. Just, oh yeah, is it like that? I don't want to smush anyone or suffocate anyone. And so these are all things that will play in my head, and they're not helpful in the slightest. And they're all things I can't necessarily fix. Like, I could lose more weight, but I think like just naturally my body type is a little bit more like just broader. And I can't shrink. And I can't do anything about the abundance thing. And so I like, why do I even entertain these thoughts? Like, they're not helpful in the slightest. And nobody wants somebody who's just all like, oh no. Because I am confident about myself as well. Like, I'm not just only steeped in these worries. There are times when I'm looking in the mirror, I'm like, yeah, you are looking good today. But, we can just pick up on those things and ruminate on them. And it's weird. And so every time that comes up, what I've been doing is just thinking, okay, is he showing up for more? Does he seem to have a good time? If the answers are yes to those, then I can just tell those thoughts to go take a flying leap off a bridge or something. Because, like I said, they don't help. They don't do anything good. And there's always communication too, and making sure that, I'm doing what I can for all of us to have a good time. So, yeah, it's basically just telling those emotions, just get out. Get out. Nobody wants you. And working on having that confidence and just really being in the moment and enjoying. So, yeah, if you have those issues, just tell your brain to shut up. Maybe you could be nicer. You don't have to be cruel to your brain, but yeah, just know that those thoughts aren't helpful. And yeah, when I think about comparison things, we're our own worst critics. I never look at another partner and be like, oh, this is crap compared to this or whatever. I've never done that my entire life, so why do I expect other people to do that? That's weird. Okay, I'm done. Okay, bye.